Last night, I feel like I went through a lot of pain and agony trying to just group the videos that I recorded yesterday. But I also went through a lot of indecisiveness. I was thinking back on what I said, and I'm like, maybe I wasn't clear on everything I said. Maybe I shouldn't have said some things that I said. And it's like at the end of the day, that happens to me a lot. It's like I feel like at certain points I'm brave and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna speak my mind and try not to make flaws, but understand that if I do make flaws, I'm human. Then the second, I'm like, let me protect myself and just not do whatever I was gonna do because I want to get in trouble or whatever. When I was in college, um, me and my boys we made a skit because we were in a dorm room and my boy's roommate they had like liquor and weed and stuff. So they had left the empty bottle of liquor and they had a little like nugget of weed, like literally like very small little like a crumb of weed on the counter. So we made a skit about it. I was very I like skits a lot. But the problem was I thought about the school. I'm like, if they see this video, they might try to I'm thinking of all the negatives, everything that could go wrong with me recording a skit about weed and liquor. And it's like, for one, I wasn't 21. For two, weed wasn't legal in Detroit. For three, I don't smoke or drink. It's not my possession. I just made the video, but it's like when it comes down to the laws and the rules and regulations and peoples and doing the right thing, it's like it's so much to worry about when it comes down to being the perfect person, and it's like it's stressful. It's stressful, and it's stressful because that's not even it shouldn't be the goal. But it's like when you move as if such, or when you tend to align yourself with the prerogative of that, sometimes it kind of can get to you. But I deleted that video because I didn't want no backlash, and now I wish I would have kept it. So I mean, I guess that's a lesson to learn. Like in the future, I try to not just delete stuff just because of fear and whatever. Like, because in all honesty, I mean, what I told myself is if it came back to hunt me, that must mean that the video got some type of traction. But I didn't listen. I deleted it. I should have archived it. I should have just had it I should have had the backup plan where it's just sitting there unseen and I was able to do something with it later if I needed it. But long story short, it was deleted. I was thinking about this YouTube video. I wasn't gonna post it because it's an hour and 20 minutes. I know I said a lot of stuff, and I'm like, maybe I can't stand on everything I said. And I think the biggest thing that shook me out was not what you feel me. I feel like should shook me out. It was the sex. I think it was me making a pin on it and not having a decisive having a direct opinion, like a final conclusion opinion. Like right now, I don't really know what I want to do with life. Like it's so weird, so weird. I feel like I kind of said what I was saying. I just feel like I just didn't oversaturate it with a lot of detail. But basically, like I don't know. I think that I shouldn't have to worry about whether y'all understand how I'm moving or not, or if y'all like. I mean, cause I'm not put in a box. I'm not stuck to one thought thought process for the rest of my life. I don't think the same as I thought when I was younger. I don't plan to think the same in the future. But anyways, I feel like it did make me feel better, so I ain't gonna stop myself from saying what I'm saying. But yeah, basically, it's not that I feel like I shouldn't have sex, but it was more so the mindset. So me personally, I feel like there's nothing wrong with casual sex. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with having sex with somebody random. Um, I don't think it's wrong with whatever. It's just I feel like at times I was a fiend, and it's weird because I was a fiend. I was like a crackhead that didn't get cracked. I just had the desire of it. I wasn't the every day all day. You feel me? I ain't. But I wanted that, and I feel like that was kind of a bad mindset. I wanted to be able to, whenever I wanted it, on demand, on hand. I'm like, why not? I should be able to. You feel me? But I realized in my life, I ain't at the position. That's like saying I want $1 million. Like I ain't at the positions where I can just have buy stuff and just have a new car, a new house every 3 seconds. And even when it comes down to money, the mindset is wrong. You don't want to just have whatever. You want to put yourself in a situation where you can do whatever, like you can buy whatever, not just somebody you just magically find $1 million and it's just you buying everything because you ain't gonna be able to sustain that. But yeah, with the sex, it's like I feel like it was a real depressor and stuff like that because I was trying to replace, like I was trying to use it like it was love or something. I don't know, bro. I thought it was gonna solve all the problems. I thought I was just gonna magically float away. I thought it was gonna be like playing basketball. But the problem with that one is is not as like just like you can't play as long. It's a lot of it doesn't that it's not the same. Whew. Jeez. Jeez. But I'm on here to talk to y'all about something that's not so important, but controversial, I guess. Gotta make sure I ain't make no mistake recording just now. Hopefully I remember I ain't even trying to trip over nothing. Um, but basically yesterday something happened and I was gonna try to record it, but I came in the house and I was on some BS. I wasn't productive. I was watching videos and stuff. It's been a while since I did something like that. But lately I've been doing stuff I ain't been able to do in a long time, like basketball, not working for like a week straight to kinda last night I was coughing like crazy. But it's normal. I don't know if it's like the asthma or what. Like I be coughing at nighttime sometimes. Might be the mold on these windows. It's a black mold on these windows in this apartment that I'm living in. So they killed me. But basically, I had a situation I wanted to talk about. And like, it was one of those things where I feel like a lot of people can have different opinions on the situation. So it's like, I understand that um, it's one of them things that, you feel me, it's always going to be critics. But I don't know, I kind of wasn't as excited to record it afterwards. I wanted to record it at first just because it was an experience, and like I was wanting to speak my mind and vent about it. I was shocked. That it happened, but afterwards I'm like, second guess feelings the same as like the first time. But here we are. Yesterday I gotta live. Down to the point where I was telling myself I wasn't gonna talk about. You feel me? Um, I wasn't gonna get too many details because I didn't want backlash, but it shouldn't be like that. It's like, nigga, I ain't robbed a bank. I ain't kill nobody. I didn't honestly intend or try to do anything ill mannered. So it's like, I don't understand how block culture, is that what it's called? I don't understand how like so many times people just be getting got over like things that ain't even serious. Anyways, but yeah, I was working Lyft. And I was picking people up. I was doing my job. You know, first day back to work, just grinding. You feel me? I feel comfortable. I low key messed up. I hit a curve. Trying to turn because my seat is very low and my car is very low. I can't see crap. But I'm telling myself, if I can drive like this, I can drive anything. It's low key easier to drive a bus than my car right now. But it is what it is. So when I hit the curve, my hand is on the gear. I pop it to neutral. I'm thinking the car jacked up because I'm hearing. Okay, whatever. And I tell them I gotta cancel. They was foreign. They ain't really understand what I was. I don't know. They ain't understand why. But later I looked down. I seen that it was in neutral. I put it in drive. I'm like, oh, and just drove and took them home. But it was kind of awkward. Because I was scared. I'm like, I could have just lost my job and crap out of luck. Didn't know what to do next. And I don't like that feeling. That's why I need to work. I need to save. I need to be in a better position than I am. I need to be like, I shouldn't be stressed out about losing my job at work ever. Especially with how many opportunities and jobs, how, good of a worker I think I am, stuff like that. But with that being said, kept driving, rise. And then I had two girls hopping in the car. One hopped in the back and the other one was like, can I sit in the front? I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead. She all the way up. Because I got my seat pulled all the way up because I want to give space for the people behind that seat. And I figure if somebody get in the front, they can just adjust the seat. She all the way in the front, but low key, she's short. So it's like, I don't think she's uncomfortable. She's just in a weird spot. But when I'm driving, she kind of impeding my view in a way. Because, like, it's that awkward moment where you don't really want to look at people while you, like, driving. Because it's kind of awkward. But I'm trying to, like, get over that. Because, like, nigga, I got to drive. Nigga, I ain't staring at you or nothing. I might, glance or something. You a stranger, but it is what it is. But, both of them seem young. But it's like, I don't know how young. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, they for sure young. Like, I'm thinking in my head, why are they in my Lyft? Like, why are these little kids? Where is these little kids going? I'm thinking like, all right, it's like when babies get in the car. I'd be like, okay, I gotta make sure nothing happens because I'm babysitting. In this situation, I'm like, I got little sisters in the car. I got like little people I gotta protect. So I'm driving, I'm like, where could these people be trying to go? I realize they got 2 stops, so I'm taking them back where they going. I'm like, so where is they? Like, these niggas ain't got no money. What is they about to go get? You feel me? Like, what is they on a mission to do at this young age? What are these people driving to? So in my mind, I'm low key thinking they doing something they ain't got no business doing. But I can't remember exactly how I had that suspicion, but I just had that thought. I think it's because low key, the girl in the front seemed kind of nervous. But I don't know, bro. I just got the energy like something was wrong. But then I seen the girl in the back slide something to the girl in the front, and they slide it on the door side where I can't see. She like, here. I'm like, then as soon as I see that, I look up. I finally see the destination we going to. I'm like, who going here? Like in my mind, I'm like, who about to get something out of here? It's the ABC liquor store. I'm like, I ain't been staring y'all down, but I ain't got a good look at both of y'all. And from my age detection analyst, ain't neither one of y'all 21. Ain't neither one of y'all 21. Nowhere near 21. I'm 22. So if they 21, that mean they like 1-2 years younger than me. I'm like, nah. These don't seem like my peer group. But I'm like, I ain't a doctor, I ain't a judge, you feel me? I'm a Lyft driver right now. My main job, I feel like my main priority is get them where they going and get them there safely, whatever. Make sure they ain't getting to no harm, because I still don't know the whole situation. I'm smart enough to know that I'm pretty sure they not 21, but I also know that you're not gonna, you feel me, walk in the liquor store and get no drinks if you ain't 21. Like, unless you just out tricking the system. And if you out tricking the system, me, whatever, ain't stopping nothing. Like me not taking you, or I don't know, me whatever, like me just like me trying to stop it ain't gonna stop it. Like, you gonna find a way to get whatever you trying to get to. I'm not saying that I'm an aide, but it's like, at the same time, it's like I'm not about to stalk somebody, and I'm not, it's certain thresholds I'm not about to cross to stop something that might be inevitable. But with that being said, they pull on a whole act, and it's like, I know y'all niggas just didn't insult me like that. She like, you got my ID? Girl in the backseat said, nah. She's like, I told you to grab it. Then she turned and looked at me. Are you 21? I'm like, yeah, I'm 21. I can't go in there though. I can't go in there. I can't go in there and get nothing. I'm straight. But she basically thought she was about to get, I guess the plan was to get the driver to go get them some drinks. I guess when they seen me, they figured that, you feel me, it was gonna be a dub. They was gonna get what they needed. But me, I'm like, no, I ain't about to go in there and get you no drinks. I don't know you. What? I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty positive you're underage. Not only are you underage, you look like you far underage. But it's like one of the things when people in my lift, I like control the show, but it's like I'm kind of passive aggressive. Like, I kind of get them a lot of control. Like, I sit somewhere for an hour waiting on them instead of arguing or trying to big dog somebody, depending on what it is. But these little girls, I'm like, I gotta piss. I gotta piss bad. So I'm trying to get to the final destination so I can go piss. But it ain't that bad where I can't hold it for like another hour. Like right now, I gotta piss. But with that being said, they decide she want to get out the car and ask people. I'm like, it shows that you're young. It shows that you're young with that mindset that you really about to walk up with that face and that size, that height, your little body, and think that you about to pass as a 21-year-old that left their ID. So she walked up to like 6 different people. And I feel like the first person she walked up to was 2 black people. I feel like the mom called the cops. I just got the hint. I'm like, somebody called the cops on you. In my mind, before the cops even came, the cops came. The sheriff came, and he did a perimeter sweep. Like, he walked towards. I seen him like get the signal that it was us from the one of the people she asked, but she hopped back in the car by then. It's like, it was like just in the nick of time, and like they hopped back in the car while the sheriff was coming around. It was already like hopping back in the car because they wasn't getting nothing. They wouldn't get nowhere. I'm like, in my mind, she gonna try to get it. Everybody should turn her down. I don't actually see my mind. I don't see nobody actually allowing them to get drinks. Like, who is gonna sit? Nah, I ain't saying that it won't be done. It can't be done. But it's like where we was at. I feel like with the diversity and the people I was seeing outside the store, it didn't look like it was anybody who was gonna, you know, give any drinks to no minors. I'm sitting here watching, so I'm like, feel me? I'm pretty sure. But I don't know. I don't know if I would have seen it look like they succeeded. If I was gonna try to tell people like no, like what? I don't know. I'm glad I didn't have to make that decision. All I had to do was sit and wait. But they end up getting in the car, and I sit in the car for a second. I sit in the car to see if the sheriff was gonna pull up. Because the worst thing, the one thing I didn't want was the sheriff to come pull me over something. Like no, if you gonna come talk to us while we park. Like, and then I didn't want to be an accessory to a crime I wasn't trying to commit. Like, I'm just a Lyft driver. I think of this all the time because I feel like driving people on Lyft. I feel like I've been in a situation where I think somebody had possession of something they shouldn't have no business, having, and I'm driving them across the. You feel me? So technically, I'm in possession of something that I ain't supposed to have. And maybe the court of law with it. I feel like it's so many ways where people can try to get down on you and say you is part of something you ain't. But that's one of them things where it's like laws, slavery is legal. Like it's laws ain't always just in my eyes, so it is what it is. And when it comes down to this, even if it was like one of those things where technically I was whatever, liquor is legal. I think at the age of like 15 or something in certain parts of the world. So it's just one of those things where it ain't even universally just. It's just one of them things where it's something that conglomerate amount of a good group of people decided was a law or whatever. It's like that wouldn't make sense to me. But yeah, I end up driving them back. They like, if we get the ID, are you gonna take us back? I'm like, yeah, of course. Shock me, show me that you of age, but she ain't trying to convince me that she was of age, nothing like that. And I feel like she was so much underage. But gotta mind you, she had her mask on. You feel me? We got masks on, so I don't really see her face, but it's like you can kind of tell off the size and her voice, and I'm like, bruh. But I end up taking her back to her place where I picked them up at, which I didn't know where they lived. So it's like I didn't have like no address to go snitch. But it's one of them things where I don't know. I snitch depending on the situation because it's kind of an awkward thing to be in. But I end up pulling back up, and the one in the back seat hopped out, I guess, to go get the ID, and the one in the front seat stayed in, and she started talking. She I'm not gonna be able. I already know that she's not gonna bring out my ID. Whatever. I'm 19. This, that, third. Da 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 da. So at this point, it's like I don't know what to believe. But I'm kind of starting to believe her a little more. But I'm still in doubt. But I like toying with people. I like knowing if somebody lying to me. I like asking questions and just getting to the bottom of things. Plus, I'm like, in my mind, if they would have just tried to cancel there, I was gonna try to leave her a good message or a word of advice. Like don't get, basically trying to let her know like it ain't worth get caught up. But in a non-predative way, and in a non like I'm your father, or I'm just a parent just talking your ear off. Like I wanted her to receive the message and just be sitting there in the back of her head and maybe seep up to a skull or something. I don't know. But with that being said, they didn't. She stayed in the car and she's basically asking me. I'm like, no, I can't get you drinks. You underage. Little did she know, me and my ex was living together, and my ex was 20. I had turned 21 in August. She turned 21 in September. She asked me to get her drinks. I didn't get it to her. I didn't get my drinks for my girl that was 22. turning 21 in like a month or two. Not even two, a month. I didn't. So if she thought I was about to get some random 16-year-old some drinks and then be on my way where I can't even aid and watch and make sure that this person is not, you already moving kind of shaky. You too young to be comfortable just with strangers in the car, trying to coerce them, to help you out or whatever. Like, nah. And the reason why I say trying to coerce is because she ended up, please, please, please. And then what really struck me, she was like, what I gotta do. When I heard that, I'm like, I paused. I'm like, am I being pranked? Like, are you serious? What? I kind of feel insulted, but then again, I didn't because I realized how immature she seemed, how young she sounded. Like she really like was like she started being a little irritating, like in the mind thought process. Like I was irritated by the way she thought. I'm like, why do you think this is okay in my mind? But I don't know exactly what she meant by it. I wanted to know exactly what she meant, but she ain't elaborate. She made sure she just brushed that over, I guess. But she was like, I'll give you the last of my money, whatever. It's about to be my birthday. I wanted to drink for my birthday. I'm like, why do you want to drink for your birthday? Like, what is so special? Like, I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to understand why people think it's so important to be able to drink or smoke or whatever and like get high, do drugs. But I ain't really getting down to the bottom of it. But I talked her ear off enough to find out that she said she was really 16, turning 17. So I'm like, bruh, that's even worse. And it's like, it's so young. Like my sister, she only, I think 5 right now. But my sister is bad. She is terrible. And I can see my sister being, I can easily see my sister at that age being in a situation like this. But my thing is, I know me. I know I'm not about to hurt this girl. I know I have no intentions on hurting this girl. I know that I want to protect this girl, if anything. So when it comes down to it, I know I'm not trying to take advantage of this girl, and I know that I'm not trying to kidnap. I'm for sure not trying to get her drunk. I'm for sure not trying to aid with none of that. But it's like, I'm just some random 22-year-old. Like, I can see some other 50-year-old, some old man, or something just like hearing, oh, I'm 19, because she lied and said she was 19. Hearing, oh, I'm 19 and running with it. And not even just a 19. I feel like even with her being 16, just, and that's just dangerous. And it's like, I don't know, bro. I told her I was snitching on her. I told her I was gonna call her mama, but obviously she took it as a joke because I guess it was. She know I ain't had her mama number. She's like, what's her name? Like, I don't know. I started fibbing a little bit, messing around, but in a way where I'm lying. Like, but that was that, dog. She ended up getting out the car after she realized the junk was dead. She's like, deceased. I'm like, yeah, like. She thought I didn't know what deceased mean. I'm like, I'm trying to fabricate why you think you asking a billion times gonna make it any less dead than what it is. But I kept talking to her because I feel like maybe I could like get to her, or maybe over time she'd just give up. I know at a certain time she can't buy it no more, but it wasn't that close to like the time of the place closing or nothing. But it's funny because I pull up where I dropped them off. I pull up in the parking spot, and in front of me is a window, wide open window, and I see like Mexicans looking out. So I know people can see me, but that's a good thing. That's witnesses. In a good way, but it could be a bad way. But it's like one of those things where it's easy for a parent to come out and see me just sitting in the car with the daughter and thinking, oh, like, easily run off, and it's easy for somebody to think that I was on something I wasn't, or something like that. And it's like, excuse me. That's why, like, when it comes down to a lot of things, I try to avoid, like, it's so many things. Like, I try to avoid certain confrontations or certain things just because of the possibility of whatever. It's like deleting a video, and it's like, it's good, it's a helper, but you got to be wise. You got to know when to do something and when not to, I guess, because it's a thin line. It's a thin line between protecting yourself and just um whatever. I gotta pee. It's throwing me off. But yeah, anybody could have came up and whatever. The cop could have came up to the car. It's like it could have backlashed on me a lot for me, just, you feel me, whatever. Like, I feel like in some instances, shoot, I don't know what other people would have did. Probably kicked them out the car. Probably told them, nah, get back in the car, drop them off home, and kicked them out the car. I don't know. I don't know. But she ended up, I keep waters in my car, snacks. I'm a snack man, stuff like that. And she ended up, people don't be in the front seat a lot, but lately people been in the front seat. She ended up seeing the water in the front. These for the customers? I'm like, yeah, of course. I'm like, you can have that. You of age. And she was rolling off that one. I'm like, yeah, nigga, you feel me? Nah. But then I had told her it was candy. It should be candy in the door. She started looking in the door. She looking in the wrong spot. So I got like granola bars and stuff in the front, because people don't be in the front. And like, nah, that's what I eat. But she started grabbing my little granola bars and stuff like that, which I didn't care. I pass out. I pass out food. Like, I'm you hungry? Here. You feel me? But she grabbed little 2 bars, and then I end up grabbing some candy from the back. She ended up getting out, and it looked like they stayed outside. In my mind, they could have tried to call another Lyft, but I didn't refund them, so they didn't have the money back from trying, to call another Lyft. I started thinking about that later. I'm like, should I have gave them their money back? But then I'm like, I don't know. Me thinking I should have gave them their money back is the same as thinking that I shouldn't have charged them because of how young they are. And it's like, I don't know. And the reason I say that is because the reason why giving them their money back is because they didn't get what they intended to get. But it's like, at the end of the day, they wasn't supposed to get that anyway. I don't know. I ain't stressed myself out about it. I'm like, nah, they don't need that back. Plus, I got gas, and I started working afterwards, so I wasn't just sitting around. I was doing something. But earlier I had gave a homeless dude water and granola bars. I gave her the same thing I gave the homeless dude, just water and granola bars. Technically, she got the granola bars by herself, but well, that's my rant. I ain't really got too much more to say. They tried to get over on me. She really tried to get over. And she got out the car. I tried to say, like, be safe, move smart. I was trying to say, like, don't be stupid, without, like, telling her how to get away with it, type thing. Like in my mind, not only should you not be doing it, but if you was doing it, know how to do it. Like, but um she got out the car. I don't know if she was really listening. I think she was just more so upset that she really knew that I wasn't about to fold. But she didn't seem mad or nothing, which it don't matter anyway. You're not about to, you feel me? You're not, this not no crybaby tactic. But I don't know. I try to give her good words. Just be safe. I was basically trying to say, You too little to be out here. I don't want you getting snatched up. Don't do this type talk. Without saying that, because I ain't want her to think that, I ain't want it to be portrayed as me threatening her that I would be the one trying to whatever. Like, nah, I don't want that turned back on nothing. But I was basically trying to say, like, there's people out here that ain't, you feel me, as friendly. You got to be careful with you got to be careful with the way you moving. But it was kind of a rush thing, and I'm very particular about the way I say things when I'm talking to people directly. Like when I'm on here, I feel more comfortable to just splurt little things out and make mistakes. But when I'm like talking to people in person, I try to be more like safe and careful. But that's a story, dog. I'm glad you feel me? Glad I did it. Said the story, not did whatever. But yeah, hey, I kind of like my job because it gives me a lot of time to sit and think. But lately, I haven't been working a lot. But just now, I got done dropping off my first customer, and I realized how it worked out. Even though I didn't really necessarily want to do that ride, worked out because I got to use the bathroom in between, so that meant I didn't have to stop. I didn't get it the way I wanted it to go, but that's not important. The important part is I got a glimpse of seeing how things always just manage to work out or work itself out. But that's not the main topic at hand. I just think this is an additive. I was thinking just now, and I thought to make myself a little challenge pack, whatever you want to call it. I was telling y'all about thoughts in my head of depression and sexual frustrations, love, stuff of that nature. And I think lately I've been indulging in my niches. Like, I don't smoke, I don't drink, but I do things to help deal with stress and depression and stuff like that, whether it's like a funny video or whatever. And it's not necessarily bad that I do some of the things that I do, but it's like I want to put it on myself to do a little better. So for the past day or two or something, past couple of days I've been home, and the past day or so I've been watching little videos and stuff, spending my time trying to get entertained, bursts of entertainment or whatever, distractions and things of that nature. And I think I'm ready to see how disciplined I really am. I really think I'm disciplined, but I'm ready to see and put myself to the test. I know I get disappointed because I do this at times and I don't fulfill it. I don't stick to it. I don't, I say I'm gonna work out every day and don't do it, stuff like that nature. But I'm willing to try to, make a goal and go after it again. So right now my goal is to cut sex out. So at first I was thinking, I don't know, it's so hard when I think about cutting sex out, because it's like one of the things, do I really need to be going through this torture, through this pain? Or do I just gotta, fix my mental or something? I don't know. I try to make excuses not to. And I think it's a valid excuse, because I don't really have an excuse to not do it sometimes. But then again, I try to argue on both sides of the spectrum. But right now, it's not about whether I should or shouldn't. It's not the argument of whether I need to stop having sex or whether I should or whether it matters or not. It's whether I can. It's whether I can. And it's like, obviously I've done so before because, I was a virgin to the age of 19, 20, whatever. But the thing is, it's different when you turn it down. It's different when you decide not to indulge. And I feel like that's what my goal is right now, to try not to just roll past the police just sitting there suited and booted. I was doing 55 on a 45, but it wasn't intentional.
I did decrease in speed, and I did watch and see that they did not pull out that parking lot. But boy, that would have been sad. That would have been sad. But on to my good riddance. Back to trying to get back on track. I got 4 minutes before. Oh shoot, I'm all off. I'm all discombobulated. No, that's gonna change it to 6 minutes. Oh, steep U-turn. I can't see the front of my car either, so you feel me? I gotta kind of time things that I do nicely. But looking at girl, you better keep walking, old lady. I guess she ain't like my little Yui. She ain't like my whipping skills. But yeah, I think the thing that I'm gonna do, the plan is to not have sex. Not have sex, but that's not the only thing. It's hard, but I feel like it's fairly easy. It's very easy. It's just one of those things where you fight yourself on whether you should be, you know, putting yourself through it or not. It's not that it can't be done. It's just like, why am I doing it? Type mentality. But I don't know how long. That's the thing that kind of get to me. I don't be knowing how long I should do it or whatever. I don't think that's the heck just happened. Pretty sure ain't nothing wrong with the car. I don't know what I just heard in the street. But I don't know how long. I don't think that's the important part. I think I'm gonna just try it. Then I'll be thinking I'm gonna pass up on opportunities. Man, if I meet somebody that's nice and this, that, and third, then that's just the mentality thing that I was talking about at first. You feel me? I'm doing it because I think I can't get it. You know, I'm like it's a drought or something. Like it's starvation. I'm gonna die without it or whatever. But the other thing is distractions. Like, I got a lot of goals on my list that I want to do, and instead of watching YouTube videos about nothing or something that I might not be, you know, so interested in, not very passionate about, searching for something that's just slightly entertaining, I'm going, you feel me, work towards the things that I want to do. I'd rather sit there and do nothing and meditate than put my time towards the wrong thing. So right now I'm about to hop in that transition. I got clothing designs, I got YouTube videos, I got so many things on my list that I got to do, and I'm gonna try to change the trajectory and work towards those things instead of the things I've been doing. As far as like everything else, like sleep, I don't really think my sleep is a problem. I don't think like me not working as much as I can is really a problem. I just think I need to fix these other things, and everything will align. But that's where I'm at right now. Had to get that off my chest real quick. Yep.